Hello everyone, guys. Hello everyone. How are you all? Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, guys. Am I audible to everyone? Audible, visible. Hi, guys. Good evening. How are you all? Audio, video, everything is clear, working fine. Yes or no? Hi, guys. Good evening. Am I audible? Yes. Hello everyone. Hello. Where are everyone? Why everyone haven't joined the session yet? Everyone, where are everyone? Why everyone haven't joined the session yet, guys? Everyone, hi. Hello, Gopal. Hello, Kiran. Hello, everyone. So, So today is the final marathon part two. We already have finished part one. Okay, now it's the time for part two. Now I'm starting this part two, but before starting, I just want to give you the important committees list related to PPP. See, so I'm just going to give you the important committees list, which is very important for your examination. First, we will revise the PPP committees list, and then we will move forward to all the questions. Right? Hi Sunil, hi Karthik, hi Divya, hi Ruchi, hi Gopal, hi everyone. Okay, so first of all, let's start discussing the important committees. So the important committees, Narsimha committee, phase 1 and 2nd, they both are in PPB also. So phase 1 1991, phase 2 1998, and these are the key recommendations of the Narsimha committee. Then we have Malhotra committee, okay, which is related to insurance. BP Kanungo committee. This committee was formed in 2022 and it is for the customer service standards, right? So it is for what? It is for the customer service standards. So BP Kanungo committee is important. The question can be asked from this BP Kanungo committee. Then we have SS Tarapur committee. Okay, the committee's name is Committee on Procedure and Performance Audit, which is actually headed by SS Tarapur. 2003 it has been introduced, and SS Tarapur committee, it was actually related to BCSPI, Banking Codes and Standard Board of India, right? Then we have standing committee on the customer service. This is for the customer service, enhancing customer service, right? Then we have the branch level customer service committee, which is under the branch manager to address the customer concern. IS audit committee for internal IT and IS audit. IT steering committee. Then we have cyber security framework council. Then these are like NS Vishwanathan committee. It was actually in the USBs. Okay, Urban Cooperative Banks. NS Vishwanathan is the chairperson, and this was reforms for the Urban Cooperative Bank. So these are some of the important committees related to PPB, which you have to look out before going to the examination, right, everyone? Everyone who is watching this video, please at least just like and share the video, guys. At least just please like and share the video to the maximum you can, right? So that everyone can join the session. Hi Ruchi, good evening. How are you? Hello everyone, good evening. Now let's start discussing the questions. Okay, now the very first question of the class is, what is the classification for loan accounts exceeding rupees 500 million that are reported on CRILC data platform? Everyone. So if you have a loan account which exceed 500 million, that are reported on the CRILC data platform. That loan account is called as a standard account, red flagged account, performing accounts, or secured account. Everyone, please answer this question. It is very easy. Poor video quality, ma'am. Gopal. Why? Because I am receiving a very good quality. Everything is very clear here. Why you have poor quality? Everything is very clear here, everyone. Beside Gopal, if you are having doubt, okay, So there's no issue. Gopal, just reset your Wi-Fi once, right? Just reset your Wi-Fi once, or just please exit or re-enter the class by refreshing. Okay, so everything will be fine. Okay. So everyone start answering the question. Ruchi, Karthik, Krishna, time for fun. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is what? What is the classification for loan account if it is exceeding 500 million, means 50 crore? Then it is considered as the red flagged account. If you have the aggregate borrowings of 5 crore and above, then you are considered as the large borrower, and your report is actually sent to CRILC data platform, which actually analyze and keep eye on you. Okay, because your chances of defaults are very high, and it will influence the financial system very effectively in the economy. And that's why if you have an aggregate borrowing of 5 crore and above, then your report is to be sent to CRILC data platform. But in this, if you have 500 million and above, means 50 crores and above loan account, then you are considered as a red flagged account. Clear, everyone? Hi Mansi, good evening. Now, which of the following is not one of the key vision areas of the Digital India program? So, Digital India program, this has been introduced in India. Which of the following is not one of the key vision of the Digital India platform? Digital infrastructure as the basic utility for every citizen, governance and service on demand, digital empowerment of citizen, and promoting cash transaction. Very simple and easy. So we have three major uh, areas, or you can say three major infrastructure on which Digital India program is actually based on. First of all, digital infrastructure should be used as a basic utility for each and every citizen. Yes, this is the first. Second, governance and service should be given on demand. And third, digital empowerment of the citizen. Okay, promoting cash transaction, it is not one of the pillar of Digital India program, right? Now, let's talk about some of the important information regarding Digital India platform. First of all, in Digital India, we aim to achieve the complete digitalization of the economy by year 2030. This is the first most important thing, right? So we need to achieve India as a digitally empowered economy by the end of the year 2030. Second, this Digital India platform is to ensure that all citizens should have the access of government's electronic devices. And the three key vision of Digital India initiatives are: first of all, digital infrastructure should be a basic utility to each and every citizen, governance and service on demand, and then there is a digital empowerment of the citizen. Clear, everyone? Okay. Next question. Now, this is a question you have to calculate the letter of credit limit. Now, I have already explained to you that how you can calculate the letter of credit limit. So, PQR Limited enjoy a working capital facility with Bank A. It has approached the bank for LC limit for the purchase of raw material. The relevant information is provided as given below. Like the projected value of the raw material consumption is 3,600 lakh. Projected value of raw material purchase on credit is 2,400. Time taken for advising LC 10 days. Time taken for shipment 20. Credit period agreed upon is 30 days. Okay. Now we have to calculate the letter of credit limit here. Everyone just calculate and tell me the correct answer. I haven't given any option here. Okay, just calculate and give me the correct answer, everyone. And please just like and share the video, guys. Whoever is watching this session, it's a request that you have to please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, just please answer this question, everyone. Okay, so Kiran is saying 600 is the correct answer. 600. And everyone else, we have to calculate the letter of credit limit. Go to the setting and change the picture quality. You are saying to me or to anyone else? Video is not clear. Why video is not clear? I am receiving the perfect video. See, I'm receiving the perfect video. Why video is not clear? Anyone else is having such issue? Anyone else is having any issue? Anyone else is having the same issue or everything is clear? Clear, right? Okay, 400. Now 400 is the answer. Yes, okay. Now we have to calculate the LC limit. First of all, for calculating LC limit, we have to calculate how much LC cycle should be there in 1 year. Okay. Now for one cycle, if we are talking about there is for one cycle, how much time period is there? So it is 10 plus 20 plus 30 means it is 60 days. So in one LC cycle, there are 60 days. Okay, assuming that we have 360 days in a financial year, so 360 by 60, we have six complete cycle in a year. Right now, in six complete cycle, if we are talking about the raw material which are purchased on credit, because we want to have LC, letter of credit. So letter of credit is always based on credit. So it is 2400. So 2400 divided by 6. So it is 400. So if we talk about the LC limit, LC limit is 400 lakh rupees. Clear? So this is the assessment of the LC limit. This I have written here. Okay, you can just easily see this. Very simple question. If the numerical is asked from this particular thing, that how you assess the LC limit, so it is very easy. Well, but from my point of view, in PPB you will get very less numerical. Just expect one or two numerical in PPB, not more than that. Okay. Okay, everyone. Next question. Consider the following statement about the stand-alone system used in the early computerization of the banking system. First of all, just tell me the committee which is related to the computerization of banks. Okay, which committee has recommended the computerization of the bank? Then we have to choose the combination which is correct here. They were primarily used by multiple bank staff simultaneously for faster data processing. This could be later connected to a multi-user system and function as nodes or workstation. They offered high processing speed and large storage capacity compared to the modern services. They were ideal for decision makers like manager, executives for data analysis. So which of the following combination is or are true here? So, yes, everyone, correct. Rangarajan Committee is related for the recommendation of computerization in the early banking days. And remember, when we are talking about the Rangarajan Committee, they have introduced a 5-year plan for how to implement computer in the banking phases, right? And when the computer was very first introduced in the banks, it was as a stand-alone computer, which is also called as automated ledger posting machine, ALPMs. When these were introduced at the very first stage, it was introduced as a standalone system, or which is also called as automated ledger posting machines. Right now, when we are talking about the stand-alone computers, which of the following is the correct regarding the stand-alone computers? Everyone, now just tell me the correct answer. Whoever is watching this session. Okay. A. You are all saying A. Second and fourth are the correct statement. Okay. Now let's talk about the very first thing. They were primarily used by multiple bank staff simultaneously for the faster data processing. No, it was actually what? It was the actually, this was for the multi-user systems, not single user system. Okay, so not the correct answer. They could be connected to multi-user system and functions as a node or workstation, right? They offer high speed and large storage capacity. If we compare it to the modern service, no, this is the limitation of a standalone computer. They offer limited processing speeds, right? So yes, third is also wrong. They were ideal for the makers, decision makers like managers and executive. Yes, so second and four are the correct statement. Yes, A is the correct answer, everyone. Okay, A is the correct answer. Now, if we talk about the standalone computer, see, in the initial stage of computerization, banks are deployed or bank use this standalone computer system, as I have already told you. The managers and the executives, the manager and the executives which were responsible for making the managerial decision used to benefit from such system. These standalone computer cannot be used in a multi-user system, but they can easily connect it to an existing multi-user system as a node or a workstation. Then there are some advantages and disadvantages of the standalone computer system. Advantage: easy installing, low equipment cost, less complicated, easy for operational training, better security and control. These are all the advantage. While when we are talking about the disadvantages is they have slow processing speed as well as low data storage capacity, right? So these were the standalone computers. Advantage and disadvantages are important. You can get the questions from here, right, everyone? Clear? Yes or no, guys? Everyone just please give me a thumbs up. Everyone just, guys, give me a thumbs up. Done, everyone, done? Okay, next question is, a nationalized bank has a head office in Mumbai, several regional branch across India and multiple branches in each city. Okay, each branches uses computer connected within a branch from day-to-day banking operations such as updating ledger and customer account. All the branches are also connected to the centralized data center at the head office for the real time transaction update. Now, based on the scenario, ask which of the following network is used for these particular connections. Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following network is used for these particular connection? Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Where is Ruchi? Everyone, I want to have an answer. Everyone, please answer this question. Very simple question. So there is a nationalized bank, okay, who have head office in Mumbai, several regional offices across and multiple branches in each city. So when the computers are connected within the office, when the computer are connected within the office, then these are called as what? These are called as LAN. And when the branches are connected with the other branches or these are connected to the head office, then wide area network are used. So when branches are connected to the centralized data center or to the head office, okay, which is located in different part of the country, then it is called as what? Then it is called as the wide area network. And when communication are done within the branch, then it is called as LAN, local area network. So B is the correct answer, everyone. Right? B is the correct answer. Okay, good. Now, next question. Yes, there are some repeated question. No worries. You have to revise in the final marathon, everyone. So focus on the concept. Okay. Don't just see that which are repeated and which are not the repeated one. Just please focus on the concepts. Right, everyone? Right, everyone? Okay. Now, just tell me the correct answer for this. Okay. So there is a bank IT manager, okay, is choosing between bus and star topology, right, everyone? For a new small branch, the manager says we need something low cost, quick to install and okay with 4 to 5 computer, but we might move decks often. Now, which of the topology is more suitable here? Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question, guys. Very simple question. You can all answer this question. A branch IT manager is choosing between bus and star topology for a new small branch. The manager says that we need low cost, quick to install, and that will be okay with 4 to 5 computer. But we might move decks often. Now you have to choose which of the following is correct regarding this particular topology. So topology, you know that the logical and the physical arrangement of the networks in a LAN is called as the topology. Okay, so which of the following topology is best needed with this particular IT manager's requirement? Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Which is best needed here? So bus because it is cheaper and easily expandable. Star because it is easier to reconfigure and isolate faults. Bus because it handles high traffic well. Star because it requires less cabling than the bus. So tell me the correct answer, everyone. Okay, so when we are talking about this first, bus because it is cheaper and easy expandable. No, bus is not cheap. Bus is indeed cheaper, but it is not easily expandable. It is not easily expandable, so bus cannot be an appropriate answer for this question. If we talk about the star because it is easier to reconfigure and isolate the fault. Right. Yes. So star is the correct answer for this because we need something low cost, which is quick and easier to install and okay with 4 to 5 computers. Okay. And can be changed. These all qualities can be found in a star. Right. Because if we talk about the things here, bus topology and star topology. See, in a star topology, you will find that there is a master node, and every different node is connected with a separate medium to this master node. Then it is called as the star topology. When we are talking about the star topology, it is not suitable to handle large traffics. Okay, and when we are talking about this, these give you maximum ability to change because everything is connected with a separate medium. So we need, which is okay for 4 to 5 computer. So star topology, you know that star topology cannot handle large traffic. Convenient, right? Maximum ability to change. This is also good. So obviously B is the correct answer, everyone. Okay, done. Okay, next question. Okay, now see the next question, everyone. Ravi and Neha are partners in a construction firm that has a cash credit facility with their banks. Okay, after Ravi suddenly passes away, so there is a death of one particular partner. Neha informs the bank about this death. Now the bank is now faced to decide how to handle the cash credit facilities and the outstanding dues. Now, what will be the best option in this case, everyone? First, the bank should immediately stop all the transaction in the cash credit facility to protect its interest and crystallize Rabi liability. The bank should access the remaining partners' ability to continue operations and allow transactions in new account while making Rabi's estate liable for any dues. The bank must close the cash credit facility and demand full repayment from Neha to settle the deceased partner's liabilities. The bank can continue to allow transaction under the existing cash credit facility, and it would be unfair to disrupt the business, and it can pursue Ravi's estate for outstanding dues later. Everyone, we have to choose the correct answer. Read out the question carefully and then you have to answer this question, everyone. Just read out the question carefully and then you have to answer this question. Everyone, guys. Kiran, Kavita, Ranga, Shibu, Gopal, Time for Fun, Hema, Sunil, and everyone. Whoever is watching this video, guys, everything is clear, right? All of the things are clear, right? Working fine, yes or no? Now just tell me the correct answer, everyone. Ravi and Neha are partners in a construction firm that has a cash credit facility with their bank. After Ravi suddenly passes away, Neha informed the banks about death. Now the bank is now faced with deciding how to handle the cash credit facility and the remaining outstanding dues. So what will be the best option in this case? So now what you are answering? Gopal is saying B, Hema is saying B, and everyone else, please answer this question. Okay, Karthik is saying C. Time for fun is saying D. So first of all, three things you must understood when there is a death of any one partner. First, you have to stop the transaction in the running cash credit facility or the overdraft facility. Then you have to make his or her estate liable for any due. In the case of death, you have to make his or her estate liable for the dues. Okay, then you can just allow the transaction in a different account so that the business is not adversely affected. Okay, so these are the three things which is done when there is a death of any one partner. Now just see all the four options. The bank should immediately stop the transaction in a cash credit facility and crystallize Ravi liability. That can be the answer. Let's read out the other option also. The bank should access the remaining partner's ability to continue operation and allow transaction in a new account while making estate liable for any due. So when we have to choose between A and B, so B is a better option than A. Why B is a better option than A? Because all the three things are covered in B. There is new account which is offered to allow the transaction. Then there is a stop of already going on account. Okay, then making Ravi's estate liable for any dues. So best answer if we compare A and B, so the better answer is B. Okay, everyone, done, guys? Yes or no? Any doubt in this? If you have any doubt, you are free to ask your doubt, guys. Any doubt in this? Yes or no, guys? Everyone, at least please like and share the video, guys. Whoever is watching this session, please at least like and share the video. Done? Good. Next, which of the following system product is not managed by NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India? National Financial Switch, National Automated Clearing House, Visa Card and Immediate Payment Service, IMPS, everyone. So, which of the following is not managed by NPCI? Everyone, please answer this question. Not managed by NPCI. Which of the following is not managed by NPCI? Yes, so Karthik, Hema, Kiran, Time for Fun, Sharmila, Shahjahan, you are all saying yes, Visa card is the correct answer. Visa card is the correct answer. And Visa card, you can say that it is managed by the global payment companies. So there are respective global payment companies who are actually managing the Visa card, right? So yes, C is the correct answer. Okay, done? Okay. Next question. Read out the following statement about 2007 to 8 global financial crisis and identify which combination accurately represent the core ethical and systematic failure involved. Okay, now you have to choose that which of the following triggers the global financial crisis of 2007 and 8. But just tell me before this, global financial crisis started from which country? When we are talking about the global financial crisis, it started from which country? Everyone, just please first tell me that global financial crisis was started from which country? Global financial crisis was started in which country? Okay, so when we are talking about this, yes, global financial crisis started from USA, right? Now just analyze the four options. Crisis was significantly triggered by submarine mortgage default, yet ethical failure in securitization and credit assessment. The presence of a moral hazard due to an implicit government guarantee incentivize financial institution to take excessive risk without facing proportional consequence. Rating agencies operating under a performance based incentive system provided objective and conservative credit rating on mortgage backed securities. Securitization of loan transferred risk from originators to investor, which eliminated all the responsibility of the originators and thus ethically absolved them of the consequences. You have to tell me which of the following statement is correct regarding the global financial crisis of 2007 and 8, which has been started from USA. Everyone, we have to choose which of the following ethically breaches means we have to check that which of the following is represent the core ethical and systematic failure involved in this. So this is module D question, right? And module D, you know that completely focusing on ethics. So we have to tell that which of the following statement ethically responsible for the global financial crisis of 2007 and 8. Everyone, just tell me the correct answer. Everyone, please. Everyone, please answer this question, guys. Everyone, please answer this question. Okay, so first, the crisis was significantly triggered by subprime mortgage default. Yes, it correctly defined the ethical breach because here there was misrepresented loan quality, lack of transparency, which actually leads to the financial collapse. So yes, first statement correctly identified the ethical breach. So yes, first is the correct reason behind the global financial crisis. Second, the presence of moral hazard due to an implicit government guarantee incentivize financial institution to take excessive risk without facing proportional consequences. Now, statement 2 actually highlights the moral hazard, right? That firm has taken some risk. There are risk which has been taken by the firm and the governments are actually shielding them, right? So, second statement is also responsible for the global financial crisis. Now, third statement says that rating agencies operating under a performance based incentive system provided objective and conservative credit rating on mortgage backed security. Wrong. Rating agencies, if we talk about in the last class, I have already told you credit rating agencies was very biased at that time. They actually give the inflated ratings and due to which conflict of interest arises, and so C is not the correct option. Now let's talk about fourth is also misleading. Okay, fourth is also misleading, right? So first and second are the correct statement and third and fourth are incorrect statement due to ethical conflicts and flawed assumptions, right? Now here we can just say that D is the perfect answer because D has the elaborated versions that why third and fourth are the incorrect one. Okay, done. So yes, D is the correct answer. Everyone clear? Can we move to the next question, guys? Everyone, can we move to the next question? Gopal, Sharmila, Sunil, Kiran, Shirish, everyone, Shahjahan or Shirish, Krish. Can we move to the next question? Okay. Now, what does a debt service coverage ratio greater than 1 indicates about the company's financial health? If DSCR, debt service coverage ratio, is greater than 1, then what does it indicate about a company's health? The company has insufficient cash flow to cover its debt. The company is at risk of defaulting on its loan. The company has excessive debt compared to its cash flow. The company generates sufficient cash flow to comfortably cover its debt obligation. Everyone, debt service coverage ratio. If the debt service coverage ratio is greater than 1, then what does it indicate? Everyone, please answer this question. What is a debt service coverage ratio? When we are talking about the debt service coverage ratio, it is actually a measure of company's ability to generate enough cash to cover its debt payment. Means whether a company has the enough cash to cover its debt. Debt means whatever they have taken as a loan. So if the company has enough cash to cover its both interest and principal amount, that is known as the debt service coverage ratio. Okay, everyone. Okay, now, if the debt service coverage ratio is greater than 1, is less than 1, or is equal to 1, then what does it denote? Now, let's check out this. Okay. So, first of all, what is a debt service coverage ratio? It is a company's ability to generate enough cash cover its debt payments, right? Now, if it is greater than 1, it means that the company has sufficient cash that it can just cover its debt obligation. Debt means principal plus interest, both the amount, right? Now, if this is less than 1, debt service coverage ratio is less than 1, then it actually represents that the company is struggling to cover its debt, right? Now, the question is asked if it is greater than 1, means they have sufficient cash flow. Okay. Now, if they have insufficient cash flow, then this should be less than 1. If they have less than 1, means they have insufficient cash flow to cover its debt obligation. Clear? Everyone done? Any doubt in this? Everyone, any doubt in this? Clear, guys? Yes or no? If you have any doubt, you are free to ask your doubt. Everyone. Now, no buffering is there or any buffering is there? Everyone, just tell me. Clear? Gopal, Hema, Sharmila, Karthik, Ranga, Kiran, Krish, Sunil, time for fun. So you are all active in the class, right? Just please like and share the video, guys, everyone. Just please like and share the video, guys. Okay, next question. Choose the correct statement regarding the NICNET. We have to choose the correct statement here. NICNET was set up in year 1976 by the National Informatics Center, which is a Government of India organization. NICNET is a satellite-based nationwide computer communication network, that is LAN, local area network. Then NIC facilitate the electronic delivery of services to the government, means G to G only. Now we have to choose the correct statement regarding the NICNET. Everyone, we have to choose the correct statement regarding the NICNET. Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following is the correct statement here? Please answer this question. NICNET. Karthik is saying B is the correct answer. And everyone else? Everyone else? Okay, Kiran is also saying B. Hema is also saying B. B matlab 1 and 2nd are the correct statement. Okay. Okay, and everyone else, please answer this question. Sharmila, answer this question. Karthik, answer this question. Krish, answer this question. Everyone, answer this question, guys. Okay, okay, okay. So when we are talking about NISNET, NISNET was set up in 1976 by National Informatics Center, a Government of India organization, correct? NISNET is a satellite-based nationwide communication network that is a type of LAN. No, NISNET is actually the largest wide area network. It is a satellite-based nationwide communication, computer communication. When it is a nationwide communication network, why it is called as a LAN? LAN is local area network. WAN is wide area network, and NISNET is a WAN, not LAN. Okay? Yes. Third, NISNET facilitate electronic delivery of services to G2G only? No. It actually delivers service from government to government, government to citizen, government to entrepreneurs, right? So if you are saying that it only delivers the service of government to government, that is wrong. Okay, so only first is the correct answer. Let's talk about the details of the NISNET. First of all, NISNET has been introduced in 1976. It is a satellite-based computer communication network, which is a WAN. In fact, it is the largest wide area network. Now, it provide electronic delivery of services from government to business, government to citizen, government to their employees, right? So they delivers from G to G, G to B, G to C, and G to E. Okay, and it is a type of WAN, and it has been established in 1976. Okay, so first only is the correct answer, everyone. Done? Any doubt? Any doubt, guys? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Okay, next question. ABC Export Private Limited, based in Mumbai, sell goods worth rupees $50,000 to a buyer in a Germany. The transaction is supported by a foreign bill of exchange payable 60 days after the site. ABC get the bill discounted by its bank. The bill is drawn in dollar and the bank charges discounting fees in rupees. On maturity, the German buyer delays the payment by 10 days. Now, which of the following statement is most accurate regarding this bill in the question? The bill is considered as inland bill. The delay in the payment does not affect the bank since it has no recourse on a foreign bill. The bill is a foreign bill as it is drawn in India and payable outside India. The bank must approach the German embassy for recovery since it is an international transaction. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone. So the correct answer is what? Okay. Hima is saying B. Karthik is saying C. And everyone else, please answer this question. And everyone else, please answer this question. Okay, so ABC Export, based in Mumbai, sell goods of $50,000 to a buyer in a Germany, right? So buyer is in Germany. The bill amount is $50,000. It is drawn in India but payable outside India. And this bill is discounted in India by ABC Bank. When the bill is discounted in India, okay, bill is drawn in India, discounted in India. So when the discounted is done in India, it is always with recourse. With recourse means if the buyer defaults on payment, the factor or the discount or the bank or institution can recover the money from the seller. So if you are saying that it is a no recourse bill, no, it cannot be the answer. This bill is completely qualifying the properties of a foreign bill because it is drawn in India and it is payable outside India. Okay, this bill is a foreign bill, but this is discounted by an Indian bank in India, right? And so it is always with the recourse. So it is always what? It is always with recourse. Okay, done everyone? Done? Can we move to the next question? Everyone, can we move to the next question? Okay, next question. Next question, see this question, everyone, and then answer this question. A farmer has taken a loan for a long duration crop with a crop season longer than 1 year. The installment of the principal or interest is overdue for two crop season. What will be the status of this loan? Okay, there are four options. First, the loan will be treated as NPA as per the overdue duration for the long duration crop. The loan will not be treated as NPA because it is overdue for more than one crop season. The loan will be treated as NPA after one crop season has passed. The loan will be treated as NPA only after the three crop seasons are overdue. Very simple. Very simple question. You can all answer this question. The farmer has taken a loan for a long duration crop longer than 1 year. The installment of the principal and interest is overdue for two crop season. What will be the status of this loan? The loan will be treated as NP as the overdue duration as per the overdue duration of the long duration crop. Read out carefully all the options. Everyone carefully read out all the options. Carefully, please carefully read out all the option and then you have to answer. Please carefully read out all the options and then you have to answer. Yes, Kiran, Karthik, Vivek. Yes. See, if you are saying A is the correct answer, the loan will be treated as NPA as the overdue duration for the long duration crop. No. For a short duration crop, the overdue should be more than two crop season, and for long duration crop it is overdue for one crop season, right? So if we talk about A option, the loan is treated as NPA, but it will be treated as NPA as the one crop season will be passed. Okay, so C is the correct answer, not A, because A is misleading here. Why is this misleading? Because it is saying that the overdue duration for a long duration crop is two crop season, which is mentioned in the question, which is wrong. It is only one crop season. So as soon as the one crop season has passed, the loan will be treated as non-performing asset. Clear? Done? Done, everyone? Can we move to the next question, guys? Everyone, can we move to the next question? No doubt. If you have any doubt, please ask. If you don't have any doubt, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't have any doubt, please give me a thumbs up. Good. Next question. Mr. Sharma has a long pending electricity bill dispute with the state electricity board amounting rupees 15 lakh. The board filed a recovery suit in the civil court. Meanwhile, Mr. Sharma proposed a one-time settlement offer. The electricity board suggested resolving the matter through a Lok Adalat session. Okay. Mr. Sharma agreed. However, during the session, Mr. Sharma also tried to settle an old criminal case of theft, which was already pending in another court. Now, the theft case was non compoundable under the Indian Penal Code. Which of the following, based on the above scenario, which of the following statement is incorrect here? The electricity bill dispute is within the jurisdiction of Lok Adalat. The non-compoundable theft case can also be settled in the Lok Adalat. A case can only be referred to Lok Adalat if both parties agrees to. Lok Adalat can take up dispute not yet filed with any court. Which of the following statement is incorrect regarding the Lok Adalat here? Everyone, you just have to answer this question. Very simple question. You just have to answer. Everyone. Everyone, please answer this question. Okay, Hema is saying B. Karthik is saying B. Sunil is also saying B. And everyone else. First of all, can you all tell me what is the limit of the case in the Lok Adalat? Means up to how much limit you can just file a case in the Lok Adalat. The limit defined for the Lok Adalat jurisdiction. What is the limit of the case? For the Lok Adalat jurisdiction, everyone. First, tell me this. What is the limit of the Lok Adalat jurisdiction? Everyone. Please answer this question. Yes, Karthik. Yes, it is 20 lakh. It is 20 lakh. Good. So the case is 15 lakh. So yes, it is within the dispute of the jurisdiction of Lok Adalat. First is correct. The non-compoundable theft case. Non-compoundable means which cannot be taken back. It is a serious criminal offense which cannot be taken back, right? Can also be settled in the Lok Adalat first. This is the incorrect statement. Obviously, Mr. Sharma cannot settle their old criminal case in this Lok Adalat, right? A case can only be referred to Lok Adalat if both the parties agrees correct. Lok Adalat can take up disputes not yet filed with any court. True. Okay. So B is the correct answer because we have to choose the incorrect statement here. We have to choose what? We have to choose the incorrect statement here, right? Everyone. Okay. So when we are talking about the details of the Lok Adalat settlement, first of all, Lok Adalat to determine and arrive at a compromise or settlement between the parties to a dispute, and this can be referred which is falling within the jurisdiction, not pending with any court. The offenses which are not compoundable, okay, the monetary ceiling is 20 lakh. Okay, so this is the complete jurisdiction of the Lok Adalat. So here the correct answer is B. Okay, everyone. Done? Good. Now, next question. A company, StarTech Limited, enter into an agreement with an individual, Aman, who is 16-year-old, to design their website. Aman complete the work, but the company refuses to pay him, claiming that the contract is invalid based on the Indian Contract Act 1872, which of the following is legally correct? The contract is valid since Aman performed the work and deserved the compensation. The contract is voidable because Aman is a minor and can choose to cancel it. The contract is void ab initio because Aman is not competent to contract. The company must pay Aman since unjust enrichment is not allowed by law. Now just tell me the correct answer here. Everyone. The correct answer, Yuvraj, just tell me the correct answer. There is the void thing which is declared in two statement. So you have to choose A, B, C, or D. You have to choose A, B, C, and D. And everyone, please just like the video, guys. At least just like the video. Whoever is watching this session, you have to at least like the video. Now, Karthik, Gopal, Krish, Yuvraj, Kiran, Sharmila, Sunil. C. Now C or B? You are confused. In C or B? You are confused in C or B. Just tell me the correct answer here. Just tell me the correct answer here. Everyone. Yes. See, when we are talking about the minor's contract, for minor's contract, there is a word which is used which is called as void ab initio, means void from the very initial stage, because minor is not competent to contract. Okay, and so C is the correct answer here. Aman is a minor and can choose to cancel it. The explanation, whatever is written here, is wrong. Aman is a minor and can choose to cancel it. This is the explanation which is wrong. This contract is voidable. The contract is actually void ab initio, means void from the very first stage, illegal from the very first stage, right? So C is the correct answer. Done. Hema. The contract of the minor is invalid from the very first stage. It cannot be enforceable by law. Okay, so you cannot enter into any contract with a minor. Okay, done. Next question. Which of the following is not true regarding the context of charges as per Companies Act 2013 and SARFAESI Act? A floating charge or stock in trade must be registered with the registrar of the companies under Companies Act 2013. A mortgage created by deposit of title deed must be mandatorily registered with SERSAI. Guarantees and hundies are exempted from registration under both the Companies Act and SERSAI. An equitable mortgage must be compulsory registered with the registrars of assurance under the Registration Act 1908. You have to choose which of the following is not true here. We have to choose which of the following is not true here, everyone. Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following is not true here? So Karthik is saying D. Okay, and everyone else, please answer this question. Sunil is also saying D. Hema is also saying D. Very good, guys. Yes. So first, floating charge, it should be registered under the registrar of the company, right? Mortgage by deposit of the title deed must be registered with the SERSAI. Good. Third, guarantees and hundies, they are exempted from registration. That is also correct. Now, fourth, equitable mortgage must be compulsory registered with the registrar of assurance first. They are especially exempted from the registration under the registrar of assurance. Okay, so D is the correct answer because they are actually exempted from the registration with the registrar of the assurance, right? So when we are talking about this, see, as per the Companies Act 2013, okay, the rule for registration for all type of charges are required to register with the registrar of the companies, right? They all should be registered under this, right? In the case of movable properties, the mortgage deed and lease deed are required to be registered with the registrar of assurance, except in the case of equitable mortgage. So they are exempted from the registration under the registrar of assurance. Mortgage deed and lease deed, they have to be registered under the registrar of assurance. All the type of charges, whether fixed or floating, They have to be registered with the registrar of the companies, right? So yes, D is the correct answer here. Everyone. Good, everyone. D is the correct answer here. Done? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Can we move to the next question? Okay. Consider the following statements about forming the self-help group. Now we have to consider the following statement regarding the self-help group. Okay. Normally, members in a group should not exceed 30. Normally, the members in a group should not exceed 30. Otherwise, registration become compulsory. Generally, all members should belong to the families below the PPL. If necessary, maximum 20 and exceptionally up to 30% of the member may be from the marginally above the poverty line, living contagiously with PPL families. Self-help group has more than one member from the same family. We have to choose which of the following statement is correct regarding forming the self-help groups. Everyone. Shiblu is saying A, first and second. Okay. And everyone else is saying A. Hema is saying C, only second. Just tell me the correct answer, each and everyone. Shamila, tell me the correct answer here. Consider the following statement about forming the self-help group. We have to consider the correct statement regarding forming the self-help group. Gopal is saying C. Yuvraj is saying C. Kiran A. Okay. So tell me, first of all, normally members in a group should not exceed 30, otherwise registration become compulsory wrong. Normally the member should not exceed 20, otherwise registration become compulsory, because if you exceed 20 members in a self-help group, then registration become compulsory, right? Generally all members should belong to the families below PPL. Maximum 20, exceptionally 30% from marginally above the poverty line. True. Third, self-help group has more than one member from same family. False. So obviously first and third are false. Only second is the correct statement. We have to choose the correct answer. So C is the correct answer. Okay. Yes, C is the correct answer. Good. C is the correct answer, everyone. Right? Simple. Next question. Maya, a landlord, discovered her tenant Raj has not paid rent for the past 2 years. Okay, due to the personal circumstances, she delayed taking action and finally decided to file a suit for recovery of the area 4 years after the last rent made. Raj argues that the period of limitations has expired and she cannot recover the due. Which of the following statement is true regarding Maya's situation? First, Maya can file the suit because the arrear was accumulated over a 2 year period and the limitation period reset with each payment. Maya's suit is barred by the period of limitation and she cannot proceed to recover the arrear. The court may allow Maya to file the suit because she took the action within 5 years of the last payment. Okay, Maya has 3 years from the date she recovered the area to file the suit, so she can proceed. Now, just tell me the correct answer here. So, it is regarding the period of limitation, guys. It is regarding the period of limitation. We have to choose the correct statement here. It is regarding period of limitation. Everyone, please answer this question. Now, just read out the question carefully and you have to answer this question. This is regarding the period of limitation. Everyone, ma'am, C or D? Just tell me the correct answer. Acha, tell me what is the period of limitation for the arrears? What is the period of limitation for the arrears? Now confused. B, C, D. Someone also say A, तो सभी हो जाएगा. Period of limitation. First of all, just please listen. The limitation period is actually 3 years from the last payment due. Always remember, it is 3 years and 3 years from the last payment due. When the last payment is due, na, from that date you have to count 3 years. That is the period of limitation for taking an action against the recovery of the area. Now, in this case, Raj hasn't paid the rent for 2 years, right? But Maya has actually taken the step to recover the area 4 years after the last rent was due, right? So now 4 years. The period of limitation is 3 years. So Maya actually exceed the period of limitation. And when Maya exceed the period of limitation, she cannot proceed to recover the area, obviously. So B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Now D, why you are saying D? Maya has 3 years from the date she recovered the area to file the suit, so she can proceed. No, the period of limitation does not start from the discovery of area. No, she discovered the area and from that date she has 3 years. That is not the correct thing. Period of limitation start when the last payment is due, and from that date we have to count 3 years. We have to count what? 3 years. And so D is not the correct answer. Okay? No, it is within 5 years. No, obviously B is the correct answer here. Okay? Any doubt? Any doubt in this question, guys? Everyone, any doubt in this question? If you have any doubt, you are free to ask your doubt. And or if you don't have any doubt, you have to give me a thumbs up. And everyone, at least just please like the video, guys. Whoever is watching this session, just you have to like the video, everyone. Done? Yes. Thank you, Hema. Clear? Good. Next question. A company discovered that one of its supplier is using unethical labor practice such as child labor, cut the cost. Okay, the management is concerned about the potential impact on their brand reputation, but also worried that severing ties with the supplier could significantly increase production cost. What should company prioritize to uphold its commitment to business ethics? First, continue working with the supplier to maintain low cost and profit. Sever ties with the supplier and source from a more ethical provider, accepting high quotes. Ignore the issue and focus on improving marketing to enhance brand image. Conduct a thorough investigation publicly. Disclose finding while keeping the supplier temporarily. Which of the following is the best action the company should take here? Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following should be the best action the company should take here? Everyone. Yuvraj is saying D is the correct answer. Okay. Conduct a thorough investigation, publicly disclosing the finding while keeping the supplier temporarily. And everyone else? And everyone else? Hima is saying B. Trish is saying B. Sharmila D. Sunil D. Which are? Why you are saying D? Conduct a thorough investigation, publicly disclose the finding. That is okay, good. While keeping the supplier temporarily, if you are investigating against that supplier and you are publicly disclosing about that supplier, and still You are maintaining ties with that supplier. So this is the most, you can say, you are the most two-faced person in this situation, right? You are most two-faced. There is one very good word for describing this situation. I'm just skipping that word from my mind. So you should be a two-faced person in this situation. So D cannot be the answer. Why you have to maintain the suppliers temporarily, ties with the supplier temporarily? No. You can ignore the issue? No. Child labor is the issue you cannot ignore. Sever ties with the supplier and source from a more ethical provider. Yes, B is the correct answer here. B is the best answer here, because when we are talking about the companies, what should company prioritize to upload or uphold its commitment to business ethic? So obviously B is the correct answer. Okay, done guys. Done guys. Everyone, just please comment. Any doubt? Good. Next question. E-rupee cannot be issued for dash category. Person to person, business to consumer, business to business, or none of the above. E-rupee. E-rupee should not be issued or cannot be issued for which category? Everyone. E-rupee. Everyone. And just tell me, E-rupee is managed by which organization? E-rupee is managed by which organization? And e-rupee cannot be issued for which category? So Karthik is saying C, Sharmila C, K C, everyone. E-rupee cannot be issued for which category? Yes. So e-rupee can be issued in two category: person to person and business to consumer. Business to business, no. E-rupee cannot be issued for business to business category. When we are talking about e-rupee, NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, is responsible for regulating the e-rupee. Okay, so in e-rupee there is one issuer, then there is one issuer bank. Okay, then there is one beneficiary. Okay, then there is one which is called as the entity to which it is redeemable, right? And then there is an entities bank. Okay, so these are the five parties which are present in e-rupee. Okay, done. These are the five parties which are present in e-rupee. Now, next, Dash is an easy and convenient way to generate a debit card PIN through various channels like ATM, internet banking, IVR, and SMS. Green, pink, BIOS, biometric, or none of the above. Very simple question. Very simple question, everyone. You can answer. Very simple, very easy question. Yes, green pin. Very simple one word question. Green pin is actually an easy and convenient way to generate a debit card pin through various channels like ATM, internet banking, IVR, and SMS, right? So A is the correct answer. Yes, next question. Features of the cash recycler machines are: what are the features of the cash recycler machine? Cash recycler can accept cash from customer and dispense it as well. They ensure the genuineness of the currency. Cash deposit is made via debit or a credit card. Cardless transaction up to 50,000 per day is allowed. Features of a cash recycler machine. Everyone. Features of a cash recycler machine. Everyone, please answer this question. Features of a cash recycler machine. So Kiran is saying A, one only. Cash recycler can accept cash from the customer and dispense it as well. And everyone else? You have to answer, everyone. Ranga is saying D, K is saying B, Yuvraj is saying B, Vivek is saying B, and everyone else? Okay. right? Cash recycler machine can accept cash from the customer and dispense it as well. True. They ensure genuineness of the currency. True. Cash is made via debit or a credit card. False. It can be made over a debit card. Cardless transaction up to 50,000 per day. False. It is up to 20,000 per day, right? So obviously first and second are correct, third and fourth are wrong. Okay, done. Good. Next question. Which of the following statement is not true about the core banking system? Not true. Banks are interconnected only to share customer data among them. Customer need necessarily transact only from the home branch. The data of the customer is not lost when his home branch is down. A customer can access his banking account related information in multiple ways. Online, mobile, and other banking services can be provided. Which of the following is not true? Incorrect statement about the core banking system. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Let's choose the incorrect statement here, everyone. Please answer this question. Which of the following is not true about the core banking system? So, branches are interconnected only to share customer data among them. When there is a core banking system means the branches have the centralized banking computerization model. Means actually the branches here are connected to a central host. Branches here are connected to a central host. They are not interconnected. If they are, you are saying that they are interconnected, false. We have to choose the incorrect statement. Yes, A is the incorrect answer. Okay. Ranga, no, no, no. See, branches are connected to a central host or centralized computer or centralized branch model, right? So you not need necessarily transact from the home branch. It is one of the advantage of a core banking system. All the rest are correct. Only A is the incorrect statement. Next question. We have to choose the correct statement. Enhanced Access and Service Excellence EASE program is driven by Indian Banking Association. It stresses on data analytics, automation, digitalization, foster new age reform in private sector banks to improve profitability, asset quality, customer service, and digital capabilities. We have to choose the correct statement here. Everyone, please answer. Answer the question, guys. Okay. Sharmila is saying A. Karthik is saying D. Neither one nor two. And everyone else, please answer this question. Okay. Sharmila, Gopal, Sunil, Hema, they are all saying A. Okay. Krish is also saying A. Enhanced Access Service Excellence Program is driven by Indian Banking Association. True. Karthik, why is wrong? It is driven by Indian Banking Association. Second, it stresses on data analytics, automation, digitization, foster new age reform in private sector bank. No, it is actually in a public sector bank, right? So this is wrong. So we have to choose the correct statement. Yes, only first is the correct answer. Okay, done. Yeah, it is a public sector bank. Ease has been introduced in public sector bank. Okay, that good. Next question. XYZ Limited is a successful manufacturing company that has operating for over a decade. Recently, some of its shareholders sold their shares to a new investor, while others decided to retire from their roles. Which of the following best describe the nature of XYZ Limited in relation to its existence? The company may cease to exist if a significant number of shareholders leave. Changes in membership do not affect the company's identity or existence. The company will need to re register if there is a change in its shareholder structure. A company's existence is dependent on the active participation of its shareholder. Everyone, please answer this question, guys. Everyone. So, which statement is correct regarding the existence of XYZ Limited? Which is the correct statement regarding to its existence? Everyone. Vivek is saying B, K is saying C, and everyone else. Everyone else, please answer this question, guys. Everything is clear. Is there any buffering or voice issue? Is there is any buffering or voice issue? Everyone? I think buffering is there. I know buffering is there. Small buffering is there. Okay, Kiran is saying B. Sharmila is saying B. Changes in membership do not affect the company's identity or existence. Only legal dissolution can end its operation. Okay. So yes, if we talk about a company you know that has a perpetual existence. Perpetual existence means if there is change in any shareholders or if there is change in any investor, it does not affect the existence of that company. So obviously, the changes in membership does not affect the company's identity or existence. That is the perfectly correct statement. B is the correct answer here. B is the correct answer here. Done. Clear? Now, next question. Okay. Okay, just leave this question. Now, this question. Evaluate the following statement about digital currencies and cryptocurrencies. Then you have to choose the correct option here. We have to choose the correct statement regarding digital and cryptocurrencies. Digital currencies can provide complete transaction anonymity, while cryptocurrencies require user identification for all transaction. Cryptocurrencies operate on a decentralized network, whereas digital currencies are typically managed by centralized authority. Which of the following options are correct here? Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following option is correct here? Digital currency and cryptocurrency. Which of the following option is correct here regarding the digital currency and the cryptocurrency? Everyone, please answer this question. Karthik is saying D, Hema is saying D, and everyone else. Karthik and Hema both are saying D, and everyone else. Digital and cryptocurrencies. I have already explained detail of digital and cryptocurrencies in the class. Okay. And again, this is an important thing, digital and cryptocurrencies. Sunil is also saying D, Kiran is also saying D, and everyone else. First of all, digital currencies provide complete transaction anonymity false. Digital currencies users identification require user identification for all transactions. Okay, so if you are saying first statement, it is wrong. It is interchanged actually. Okay, cryptocurrencies operate on a decentralized network, right? While digital currencies are managed by the centralized authority, correct. So if we are saying second is the correct statement and first is the false, yes, D is the correct answer. Yes, first is interchange. Let's talk about the difference. See, digital currencies, when we are talking about the digital currencies, these are centralized. Okay, whereas cryptocurrencies are decentralized. Centralized means managed by the central government or RBI. Decentralized means not managed by any central government or RBI. Instead, the group of computers are managing the cryptocurrencies, right? Second, digital currency, you have to identify yourself. Okay, because the bank is doing the transaction. Whereas in cryptocurrencies, because it is actually on a public ledger platform, so your identification is not required. Instead of your identification name and address, there is a unique identity or address which is given to you, which is the identification of you, right? So this is the difference between digital currency and cryptocurrencies. Clear? Everyone? Any doubt here? If you have any doubt, please ask. If you have any doubt, please ask. Everyone. Yes or no, guys? Done. Next question. Now, Ravi noticed an unauthorized transaction of 50,000 from his bank account. Okay. Upon investigation, it was found that the bank has failed to implement necessary security measures, resulting in a data breach. Ravi has never shared his banking detail with anyone and had consistently updated his password. The unauthorized transaction occurred after a third party payment gateway was compromised. Based on the bank liability for the unauthorized electronic transaction, what will be Ravi's liability in this situation? Ravi is liable for entire 50,000, for 25,000, zero liability, or Ravi is liable only if he report the transaction within 24 hours. Now just tell me which of the following is the correct answer. Which of the following is the correct answer here? Ravi noticed an unauthorized transaction of 50,000. So there are three things which is identified upon the investigation. So now, based on these 3 points, what is Ravi's liability in this situation? What is Ravi's liability in this situation? Everyone, please answer this question. So Gopal is saying C, Sunil is saying D, and everyone else. Just answer the question. Very easy, simple. You can all answer this question, guys. Okay. First of all, there is no failure from Ravi's side. This is clear from this particular point. There is a third party payment gateway compromise, and bank has not taken the necessary security measure. Now in this all scenario, Zabi is entitled to have a zero liability. A customer is entitled to have a zero liability if there is no fault of customer, fault is from the bank side, or there is any third party breach, security breach. Then in this case, the customer is entitled to have a zero liability. So C is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Which of the following statement is or are correct in context of write-off and tax treatment of non-performing asset? Write-off and tax treatment of NPAs. Provisioning made for NPA is eligible for tax deduction under the Income Tax Act. Interest income on bad and doubtful debt is taxable only when it is credited to the profit and loss account or actually received, whichever is earlier. Bank must either fully provide for NPA as per RBI's guideline or write them off to claim applicable tax benefit. Fourth, recoveries from written off NPA are not taxable as they have already been written off. Now we have to choose the correct statement. These are the four statements given. We have to choose the correct statement here. Everyone, this is regarding the written off of a non-performing asset. Written off of a non-performing asset. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following statement is or are correct in the context of written off and tax treatment of the non-performing asset? Please answer this question. Okay. Krish is saying same. Just read out the question carefully. Okay. This is a technical question. Okay. This is not a case study, a simple statement based question. We have to choose which the statements are correct. What are the statements which are correct here? So Sharmila is saying B. B means first, second, and third are correct. And everyone else? Everyone else, please answer this question. Okay. Everyone else, please answer this question. So the correct answer is what? Okay. D. Okay. So, okay. First, provisioning made from NPA is eligible for tax deduction. First of all, what is a provisioning? Provisioning means always a company set aside some amount for recovering the loss of NPA in the future. That is called as provisioning. And if you're setting aside that money, it is eligible for the tax deduction. False. It is not eligible for any tax deduction. You have to pay the tax on it. If you're keeping aside that money, it doesn't mean it is deductible. It is not eligible for tax deduction. First is wrong. Interest income on bad and doubtful debt is taxable only when the interest is credit to the profit and loss account or actually received, whichever is earlier. Perfectly correct statement. Nothing is wrong. Third, bank must fully provide NPA as per RBI guideline, or must but either provide NPA for RBI guideline or write them off to claim applicable benefits. Right. So this is also correct. Recoveries from written off NPA are not taxable as they already have been written off. No. If you have written off any NPA, right? Now you actually recovered the money from that NPA. And if you have recovered the money of that NPA, whatever the recovery you have done is taxable in that year. For example, in this year, have recovered the NPA of 2016. Okay. So now it is taxable in this year. Okay. So if you are saying that it is not taxable, false. It is actually taxable in this year. So, first statement is incorrect, second is correct, third is correct, and fourth is incorrect. Second and third, A is the correct answer, everyone. Okay? No, ma'am, C. Fourth is a wrong statement. Fourth is a wrong statement. Okay, everyone? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask your doubt, everyone. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask your doubt. See, these are the general provisions for the writing off of a non-performing asset. Okay. Thank you, Karthik. First of all, as per the Income Tax Act 1961, okay, always remember that to the tax and the which is credit to the profit and loss statement, whichever is earlier. So read out this. So if there is income by the way of interest in relation to any bad and doubtful debt, okay, now, it would be chargeable to the tax in the previous year, which is credited to the bank's profit and loss account or received, whichever is earlier. Okay. Amount which is set aside for provisioning as above are not eligible for the tax deduction. Second, not eligible for the tax deduction, right? Recoveries, if you have made recoveries, it is offered for the tax purpose. So, recoveries are taxable, they are not eligible. Rest two statements are correct. Okay, everyone, any doubt in this question? So, Neil, what you want to explain in this? First of all, always remember what as a company you are keeping aside for provisioning. Provisioning means a amount that is kept aside for recovering the NPA loss from NPA. It doesn't it is tax deductible? No, it is not eligible for tax deduction. If you have made any recovery from the non-performing asset, it is applicable as per the tax rule in that year only, right? So these two statements are wrong here, everyone. Okay, done. Next question. For anti-money laundering, the punishment would be rigorous imprisonment for net not less than how many years? Everyone. Anti-money laundering, the punishment would be rigorous for imprisonment for not less than how many year? 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, or 7 year? And which section is dealing with this? Everyone, you have to tell me which section is dealing with it. Everyone. Please answer this question, guys. Please answer this question correctly, everyone. For anti-money laundering, yes, the punishment should be rigorous of not less than 3 year to a maximum of 7 year, and in some cases it can be 10 year. And which section? Section 4 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act deal with this particular punishment, right? So the correct answer is B. B is the correct answer. Done, everyone? Next question. Which of the following statement regarding a demand promissory note is true? Which of the following statement regarding a demand promissory note is true? A demand promissory note required a fixed repayment time period to be specified by the borrower. A demand promissory note must comply with Section 4 of Negotiable Instrument Act. A demand promissory note does not require any stamp duty. A demand promissory note can be signed by the borrower before being filled and stamped. Which of the following statement is true regarding the DPN? DPN, true statement regarding the BPN. Everyone, true statement regarding a BPN. Okay, true. True. We have to choose the correct statement here. True. Demand promissory note. Fixed period for the repayment of loan is not required. Demand promissory note, which is payment on demand. So it does not need a fixed period. It is payable on demand. Must conform to section 4. Attract uniform interest, and it should be filed and stamped before the borrower signature. So first they have to fill and stamp, and then the borrower has to sign. Okay, so it can be signed by the borrower before filled and stamped? No, first they have to file it or fill it, then they have to stamp, and then they have to sign. Wrong. Does not require stamp duty. No, it required a stamp duty. It must comply with section 4 of negotiable instrument act. True. Promissory note require a fixed payment period. No, it is actually payment on demand, right? So B is the correct answer. We have to choose the incorrect statement, guys. We have to choose the incorrect statement, everyone. Clear? Clear, everyone? Yes or no? Next question. Now, Ravi opened a saving account in April using OTP based Aadhaar EKYC, non face to face by December. His account balance reaches 1.2 lakh. He has received credit of 1.5 lakh, applies for a term loan of 50,000. By April next year, he hasn't submitted any officially valid document. So, which of the following action must be taken as per Reserve Bank of India's regulations? Everyone, please answer this question. Non face to face. Non face to face. Everyone, we have to answer it. Please answer this question. Simple thing is, when we are talking about the OTP based non face to face customers, okay? First of all, let's talk about the main thing which are related of non face to face customer, okay? So the aggregate balance should not exceed 1 lakh. Aggregate of all credit should not exceed 2 lakh. Only allowed for a term loan of 60,000. They have to deposit OVD within 1 year, officially valid document. And if OVD is not submitted within a year, a deposit will be closed and no dispersal will be made on the borrower's account. These are the restriction on non face to face customer, or if you are a OTP based EKYC customer, right? So when we are talking about in this particular scenario, the main thing is D. By April next year, he hasn't submitted any OBD. The 1 year has crossed. He hasn't submitted any OBD. So if they haven't submitted any OBD, we have to close the deposit account and this allow any further dispersal of the loan. Okay, we have to close the deposit account and it cannot allow any dispersal of the term loan. So C is the correct answer. Okay, we cannot continue the term loan. Okay, so the balance reaches 1.2 lakh. Now it exceeds 1 lakh here. So it is also not allowed because the balance cannot exceed 1 lakh. The deposit cannot exceed 2 lakhs. So it is within the deposit. Term loan cannot exceed 60,000. It is within that. But the main thing is they haven't submitted the officially valid document within 1 year. So obviously we have to close the deposit account here. Everyone. So the correct answer is C. Now, if you have any doubt here, please ask. If you have any doubt here, please ask. Everyone. Done? Good. Next question. Meenal Jim, an eligible exporter under the FTP, operate a DDA account with the authorized dealer bank. Evaluate the transaction proposed by them. Credit proceeds in USD from a local sale of rough diamond. Request the USD loan from pre-shipment finance. Proceed to be credited to DDA. Request interest payout on DDA balance for maintaining the minimum monthly average balance of $25,000. Use DDA to make payment in USD for purchasing precious metal. Transfer USD funds to from DDA to INR account from local expenses. Which of the following transactions are permissible in the diamond dollar account? You have to choose the permissible transaction in the diamond dollar account. Everyone, the permissible transaction in the diamond dollar account. We have to choose the correct answer here. The permissible one in the diamond dollar account. Everyone, please answer this question. Permissible one in the diamond dollar account. Everyone. Karthik is saying A, B, and E. Okay, and everyone else? And everyone else, please answer this question. And everyone else? Meenal Gem, an eligible exporter, operates a DDA account. So the first thing, credit proceeds in dollar from a local sale of rough diamond. Yes, valid, valid. Right? Next. Request a loan for pre-shipment finance. Valid. Interest, request interest payout. Not valid because it is a current account. For purchasing precious metal, not valid. It is only for the diamonds and stones. Transfer for USD, valid. Okay, so the correct answer is A, B, and E is the correct answer. Good, everyone. Right. So here you will find the transaction. What are the permitted one? You can just see this. What are the permitted one? What are the prohibited one? And what are the conditional one? Right? Interest earning is prohibited because DDA is a current account. And if this is a current account, no interest is paid on this. If it is a current account, no interest is paid on this. Okay, good. Any doubt, guys? If you have any doubt, please ask. And everyone, at least just please like the video. Whoever is watching the session, please at least like the video, guys. Done? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Can we move to the next question? Okay, next question. Sita ran a small business and projected her annual turnover to be 50 crore for the upcoming year. If Sita secures bank working capital finance, how much of her funds does she effectively need to use to meet the total working capital after accounting for her margin contribution? So tell me the correct answer here. Easy question. Everyone, please answer this question. What the question is asking, you have to see what the question is asking, guys. What the question is asking. Karthik is saying B. And everyone else? Guys, please focus. And then you have why 5 crore? Acha, why 5 crore? Guys, please now, please focus on this question. 5 crore is the maximum borrowings allowed from the bank. 5 crore is the maximum borrowing allowed from the bank. The question is asking how much of her own fund does she effectively need to use to meet the working capital requirement? Own fund. Here 5 crore you will receive from the bank finance. 25% of the PAT is the total working requirement. 5% of the PAT is your own contribution. 20% of the PAT is from the bank. 25% of 50, 12.5 crore total. 5% of the PAT is 2.5 crore. And bank needs what? 20% of the PAT. 20% of this is 10 crore, right? Now, if bank finance for us and there is a small business, small for a micro and a small enterprises, the maximum permissible limit from a bank finance is 5 crore. So here you can say it is adjustable to 5 crore, then 5 crore is the correct answer. We are saying how much of her own fund does she effectively, what they have to bring, what she have to bring by yourself, by herself, what they have to bring. It is 2.5 crore she have to bring from herself. Okay, so how much of her own fund does she effectively need to use to meet the working capital requirement? Is it 2.5 crore? I'm not asking for the bank finance, I'm asking her own contribution, 2.5 crore. Okay, now doubt anyone? Everyone, if you have any doubt, please ask. Confused? Confused? Anyone, any doubt? If you have any doubt, can kindly ask your doubt, everyone. Anyone? Yes, you can say it is a small enterprises. You can say it's a small enterprises. Now, here also you can judge 50 crore. For a small enterprises, what is a limit? 50 crore I have given. Just tell me what is the limit for a small enterprises. Turnover should not be exceeding how much for a small enterprises? The turnover should not be exceeding how much from for a small enterprises? The turnover should not be exceeding how much for a small enterprises, everyone? It will be cleared. Yes. So the turnover should not be exceeding 50 crores. So it is a small enterprise. Offbeat, you can judge it, right? Turnover should not be exceeding 50 crore, guys. Turnover, I'm asking for the turnover. So a small enterprises, if the investment does not exceeding 10 crore and the turnover is not exceeding 50 crore, then it is a small enterprises. Here the turnover is not exceeding 50 crores. Okay, so it is a small enterprises. For a small enterprises, maximum from a bank finance that you can receive as a working capital finance is 5 crore. Okay, so if the bank finance was asked for this question, again 5 crore was the correct answer, not 10 crore. But here I'm asking their own contribution, so it is 2.5 crore. Okay, done. Next, Nisha purchased a new electric kettle from an online store. Upon receiving it, she noticed that the kettle was damaged and has export fire. Concerned about her safety, she immediately contacted the seller to report the issue. The seller assured her that the kettle was safe to use and offered no solution for a return or replacement. Later, Nisha discovered that the kettle has been recalled due to safety issues and that many consumer has been harmed by using that product. Which of the following consumer right has been violated in this situation? We have to choose right to safety, right to choose, right to knowledge, right to compensation. Everyone, please answer this question. Easy. Everyone, which of the following here is compromised? Right to safety has been compromised. Yes, easy. Right to safety has been compromised here. Okay. Now, which of the following statement best describe fund-based credit facility? Everyone. Which of the following best described fund-based credit facility? Everyone. Fund-based credit facility. I will be finishing today's session in 2 hours, everyone. Okay. So please kindly excuse me. I will be finishing today's lecture in 2 hours. Okay. I'm just completing the most important questions for you all. Okay. Everyone. Fund-based credit facility. They involve the extension of credit in the form of guarantees or letter of credit. This is actually non-fund based definition. Non-fund based definition. They refers to the financial arrangements where actual funds are lent directly to the borrower for a specific purpose. Yes, that is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Yes, B is the correct answer, everyone. Okay, next question. Which of the following statement about DigiLocker is true? DigiLocker is primarily used for cash transaction. It allows the user to create, share, and validate important documents in a cloud-based environment. It only stores financial record and transaction. Is a physical storage service for paper documentation. Which of the following statement about DigiLocker is true here, everyone? Which of the following statement about DigiLocker is true here? Everyone, please answer this question. Which of the following statement regarding DigiLocker is true here? DigiLocker. Which of the following statement regarding DigiLocker is true here? Obviously, B is the correct answer. Yes, it is a cloud-based environment where you can create, share, and validate your important documents. True. Frequency on the loan reviews depends upon dash. Frequency of loan review depends upon the dash. Loan amount, activity of the borrower, constitutions of the borrower, or risk level of the account. Everyone. Frequency of the loan depends upon what? How much frequent the loan review should be done? It always depends upon the risk level of the account. Yes, D is the correct answer. It always depends upon the risk level of the account. Yes, D is the correct answer. Good. Next question. Maya, a landlord. Okay, Ned. So we already have discussed this thing. We already have discussed this question. Okay, next. As per the KYC guideline, which of the following documents do bank require to open an account for a company? Which of the following document a bank require for opening the account of a company? Everyone, please answer this question. Yes, it is D. All of the above is the correct answer. Yes, D. All of the above is the correct answer. Okay, done. Yes. So I think this is it for today. I have given you a lot of questions, a lot of important questions. We have completed all the theories of PPB, module A, B, C, and D. We have completed all the MCQs, most important MCQs, which is relevant for you all. I have given that also, right? And we have completed everything. Now just don't take tension, okay? Just be relaxed. Just go and sleep and take rest. Have a very good dinner, right? Just sleep well, and tomorrow you have your examination, right? So whoever has the examination in the morning shift, everyone, whoever has the examination in the morning shift, can anyone tell me whoever has the examination in the morning shift? Kiran, Gopal, Bhushan. Okay. Whoever has the morning shift paper, as soon as you finish your paper, just please call me. As soon as you finish your paper, just please call me. And all the very best, all of you, right? All the very best. I know that you will rock in the examination, everyone. All the very best, guys. Sharmila, please call me. Vinod, please call me. Everyone, okay? Whoever the first paper, first shift paper, please. I will be waiting for your call. Have a very good luck for your examination, right? Just be relaxed. I know that you are very well prepared for your examination. And thank you so much, everyone. Okay, thank you, Bhushan. Thank you, and everyone. Thank you. Just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. And if you haven't subscribed this channel, please subscribe this channel and press the bell notification icon. day after tomorrow you have your AFM exam, and then we have the RBWM exam, right? So Anshul ma'am will be taking the session. Okay, so you have to subscribe to this channel because every marathon should be in this particular channel for the English medium, right? So thank you so much. Thank you guys. Take care. Have a very nice day. Take care. Good night, guys. Take care. Bye bye. Bye everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.